Hello ladies and gents. Beautiful Sunday. It's 36 degrees I think here in Shanghai today. It's going to be a very hot day today. Just had a really good call with a good friend of mine who gave me a bit of feedback on, and it's good to get that from friends every now and again. Just a bit of feedback on the way you're interacting with people, and reputation is everything in Shanghai, and I've seen a lot of people rise and fall, and I want to maintain that good reputation here. I want to be known as someone that is reliable and can be trustworthy, and it's good every now and again. Sometimes you'll have interactions with people and it's not always going to go well. I've definitely learned a lot since doing this business. To check in every now and again with friends and ask for feedback from them. How you're interacting with people. God, it is roasting. But yeah, I mean, everything's going well. Got my video going up tonight, my funny British video. I filmed what happened on Friday, actually, the Friday business trip. Filming in Wuxi. So I did a little video for that. Wait, is that a potential thumbnail? Maybe. Podcast will be going up tonight as well. I've got Dimitri Shkilar coming on the podcast. He's a great guy. He does elevator advertising. So I've got him coming on the podcast. And what else? Got to do a few little business things today. Next week is going to be quite crucial. I haven't got a lot of calls lined up. However, I've got a new intern starting on Monday, so I'll do a little training with this lovely lady, and then hopefully that will help. Having interns does help, actually. They do find leads or set me up with clients that maybe I wouldn't be able to reach, or so they can be very helpful. I've had interns that haven't been so helpful. But the plan is to, let's get rid of this gum. The plan is to get some more calls lined up for next week. So I've got to work on. Just off to the gym right now to meet Mr. Lee. We're going to do a bit of shoulders, I think. God, it is roasting. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Bright sky. I've had a lot of people messaging me like political stuff. Again, these vlogs are not, it's not about politics really. It's about my life and business in China. And yeah, you should always keep abreast with politics and what's going on. But I don't really deal so much with hypotheticals. I like to deal more with reality. So this channel, guys, has nothing to do with politics. I'm interested in politics. I've always been interested, whether it be Chinese politics or British politics, American politics, world politics in general. I think it's a very interesting topic. Had I not studied law at university, politics probably would have been another degree I would have explored. I do keep up with what's happening in the UK mainly. It's very interesting to me. Something I did really want to talk about in the political sphere, actually. I said that. I don't want to talk about politics, but I did want to talk about something that's happened in the UK that I do want to bring to your attention, which is the post office scandal. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this, the Horizon scandal, which is a really fascinating yet devastating miscarriage of justice that happened that's happened in the last, it's been happening for 20 years now. And just to give you guys kind of the cliff notes of what's happened. Well, firstly, I recommend you guys check out, if you get access, check out Mr. Bates versus the Post Office. You can read the case or read watch the drama. I think it's an ITV drama. 4-part series. Highly recommend. You got to watch that. If not, check out the inquiry that's happened recently. That is a fascinating look into. Well, it's fascinating the right word? Probably not the right word. It's corporate manslaughter what they did. Absolute disgrace. But yeah, check out the Horizon inquiry, the Post Office inquiry, which has happened over the last few. It's just ended, I think. But I highly recommend you guys at least read what happened. So essentially, I'm maybe paraphrasing, I'm probably doing it injustice myself, but essentially what happened was in the UK, when like shops in the UK, they can apply to be a post office as well, so they can have their own post office within their shop that does letters, there's banking, pensions, sort of admin stuff. And they're an integral part of local communities because a lot of elderly use them, or business people, or I remember I used to use the post office a lot, for posting stuff out still. So they're still an important part of British society, right? They've been around for hundreds of years. And what happened was a lot of these sub-postmasters, so these local people that had their own post offices, they, as part of their accounting, they had something called the Horizon system, which was set up by Fujitsu. And what was happening is they were logging their finances weekly, monthly, how much they were taking in, their revenue. And a lot of the times the system was faulty. So they would, let's say they log in $1,000 or £1,000 or 10,000 RMB. And what would happen is the system was saying they've only logged in 8,000 RMB or £800 or $800. But there was losses of tens of thousands of pounds. So the system was faulty, and these innocent people were logging their finances every week or every month, and then the post office picked up on it and they sent their investigators in, and the post office had their own lawyers as well, which was even worse. And essentially they said, well, in their contracts that they signed with the post office, it said if you incur any loss, you bear the brunt of the loss, which was in itself, a contract is very unfair, as you can see. And what happened was hundreds, I think it's 900 people were prosecuted. Some went to jail for months at a time. A pregnant lady was sent to jail. There were suicides, like I think it's 4 known suicides. Horrible stuff happened. Completely innocent people, massive miscarriage of justice. The post office denied it for years. They said that the Horizon system couldn't be accessed remotely. It could. A huge cover-up. All the post office bosses all knew what was happening. And horrible, horrible things happen. Again, I'm giving you guys the cliff notes. I really reckon. 谢谢，这是什么？健身的。在哪里？就是按月付费，你在那个 在那边，我会OK， 没事，我上散步，我可以看一下。好，没关系，没关系。谢谢。So trying to sell me a gym. So anyway, I applaud. I mean, those guys. I always applaud those guys because sales is hard, especially on a hot day like this. You're trying to sell something, but I'm always quite polite. I'm like, thank you. At least I acknowledge the guy. Anyway, so the other thing is, a lot of these families, they had to pay the money back. So it was tens of thousands of pounds, hundreds of thousands of RMB, and kids were bullied at school because they were said, oh, your dad or your mum is stealing the money. There was divorces, people had to borrow money from their families. Horrible, horrible. One of the worst miscarriages of justice that have ever happened in the UK. And it's gone to court. Eventually, it's all come out. The post office and 你好 你好 Yeah, sure, 你好 Hey, I know you. See, 你好 So and so compensation wise, 你好 people just want to get my vlogs. Compensation wise, again, compensation is the wrong word because compensation means that they were, almost like it's their money, right? So the worst thing that happened, there was horrible a cataclysm of bad things that happened, but one of them was when these people had to pay the money back. That money sat in almost like a dormant account at the post office, and then the post office claimed it as profits, and then they paid their bosses bonuses off those profits. Awful stuff. A couple of the bosses were also awarded by the government. One lady called Paula Venables, who was the CEO of the post office in the 2010s, she was awarded a CBE. Eventually she had to give it back. But just total corporate corruption. Awful. Again, guys, I haven't told you all the facts. I'm giving you guys, again, probably in my ignorance, I've missed some facts and what's happened. But essentially, go and check it out, read the case, watch the inquiry. You can see classic kind of corporate media training, all these post office bosses, lawyers, investigators all saying, I don't recall, I don't remember seeing that email. All this kind of just lies, and it's horrible to watch. But justice for the post office, the sub post office masters, these families have just been destroyed by what I think about it, all the depression, everything, and they're still claiming their money right now. They still haven't been paid because the UK government is the number one shareholder of the post office, so they're still waiting for payouts. But I wanted to bring this to your attention, guys, because this is important that this never happens again, but also to show that our lives sometimes are full of very incompetent and evil people. But yeah, it was it's such an important watch, study, research. I've gone a little bit down the rabbit hole with this to check out this story, but you must go and watch it. You must check it out because it's one of those unbelievable stories. How did no one know? But yeah, it all came down to a faulty computer system that the post office for 20 years said was robust. It was robust, and the whole time it was faulty. So yeah, I said I wasn't going to talk about politics. It's more of miscarriage of justice, legal, but it's still, it's government involved. What should happen to these bosses? Should they go to jail? One of the postmasters that went to jail, I think he went to jail for 6 months, innocent. Oh, and also the other thing I want to mention, since then they have had their convictions quashed, as in, rescinded. However, it's the money that hasn't been paid. It's the hundreds of people now coming forward. It was a massive scandal, and a lot of people have been reporting on it for years. Private Eye, which is a great political institution of magazine in the UK, they were reporting about this 15 years ago, and Computer Weekly, all these great magazines. So it's really it's a travesty. It's an absolute shitstorm, to be honest. It's just horrible what happened, and something that you all must go and check out. You must read the case. I'm bringing awareness to it. Unfortunately, it took a TV drama to bring it really to the forefront, but it's something that should never happen again. Should be avoided for all kind of industries. But yeah, it's just horrible, but it's something that you need to be aware of. You need to study, know. And the government has a lot to blame as well. The government in the UK, they knew about this stuff as well. So anyway, happy Sunday. But it's such a huge story that not a lot of people know about, and you really should go and check it out. But yeah, the drama's good. The drama is really puts into perspective, because there's a lot of cover-up going on. You can see in the inquiry as well, you see all these emails going back and forth where the post office were trying to cover their asses, and it's just, it makes you sick about what they're doing. I mean, there's so many crazy things to this story. I mean, the inquiry is fascinating to watch. I just have it on in the background and listen to what's happening. But the lawyers are really good. The inquiry lawyers, I've been watching them. The questioning but there's so many different factors. But there's Paula Venables, who was the head of the post office. She was also a vicar, Christian, supposed to be righteous and all this stuff, and just beggars belief. It's just unbelievable what happened. But yeah, it's something that really you all need to check out, and drop a comment below, guys, if you do a bit of digging into this story. This corporate manslaughter. Well, it's manslaughter as well, because the people committed suicide. A lot of people died and didn't get to see the justice that happened. Some people still haven't got their money. I mean, the lady that was pregnant being sent to jail, they were all innocent. It's the crazy thing, they were all innocent, and the post office thought that they were putting their hands in the till and taking money, and it's just horrible. But maybe some of you will watch this video and check it out. I hope so, because it's really a horrible, sad story, but an important story that you need to all be aware of, and support the postmasters. That's what we want to do. So guys, happy Sunday. And let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. And be true, right? Be honest. Act with integrity. Make the most of your life. Create impact. Better people's lives. That's what I'm trying to pride myself on as well. creating something that will make a difference in people's lives is an important one. Anyway, guys, thought I'd share that with you today. And hope you have a wonderful Sunday and week ahead. So take care. Jayo. 再见. Bye bye.